Algoriddim is back with version 5 of their DJ Pro software, and they have some incredible new features. Let's talk about it right now. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy DJ TLM. Welcome to DJ TLM TV. Like I said, I want to talk about some of the brand new features in DJ Pro 5. First, a little backstory. I've known Algoriddim Djay for a long time. I used it off and on. It just never became my main DJ software because they did not have DVS capability, and I prefer to play with my turntables. Now, they recently did add that, and I actually have it on the turntables right now. But back in the days, I used it especially on my phone and iPad because their iOS version is incredible. I use that with controllers or just standalone. And if you have no gear at all, you can get DJ Pro and play around and actually have an incredible amount of fun DJing using all sorts of DJ features, including some of the new ones I'm going to talk about in this video. Now, what I also loved about Algoriddim Djay is that they were the first to integrate a streaming service inside their DJ software, Spotify at that time. Algoriddim Djay was my go-to whenever I had a special event where I knew I needed a lot of music that I don't have. For example, a kids party where I knew they were going to ask for a ton of songs that I don't have in my collection. Algoriddim Djay and Spotify were always my savior. Next to that, they also have a video feature which is incredibly stable, and I've done multiple tours with Brainpower where I would have a DJ setup, and next to that I would have a second setup with my iPad sending video feeds to projectors or a big screen and DJ videos with Algoriddim Djay. Now, not too long ago, I did a special set with Algoriddim Djay on the Rev 7, and that's the video you can see right there, my tribute to hip hop's 50th birthday. I did that for Algoriddim and Beatport, and when you're done watching this video, go over to Beatport on YouTube and check out that mix. Quick plug. All right, back to the main topic, some brand new features and a major upgrade in Algoriddim Djay Pro 5. And let's start with that upgrade because this is an important one. Neural Mix is Algoriddim Djay's stem separation feature, and they were the first because they implemented this a couple of years ago, and I use it on occasion to do a live stream from the iPad, having a ton of fun being able to separate a song into vocals, drums, and harmonics. Now, at that time, I was just so blown away by the fact that you could do this in real time that I didn't pay too much attention to the quality. It sounded okay, and I heard that it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. Now, a couple of years ahead, and most DJ software will offer some sort of stem separation feature, and the quality overall has improved. And I noticed, especially during that mix, that I had to make sure I tested tracks in advance to hear how Neural Mix would affect the tracks, because sometimes it just didn't sound good. For version 5 of Algoriddim Djay Pro, they've totally revamped Neural Mix, and I can safely say I don't have to test tracks in advance anymore because this stem separation feature sounds a lot better than the last one.
Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. DJ.
The vocals sound super clear, harmonics sound great. Overall, I know I can use this. Now, this is great for me because stems have really become a part of the way I mix. I love using stems, but it is something that has to be trustworthy. And with certain DJ software, I just know I'd rather not use it because the stems are not up to par. Now, when it comes to Algoriddim Djay, it is up to par, it is way up there. So that is a major improvement and a very important one for me in order to use Algoriddim Djay a lot more. Then we have a brand new feature, and this is something I normally don't pay a lot of attention to, the beat grid, because beat grids are important, especially if you're into using sync or you do a lot with like tempo related effects. But for me, it was never a big deal. But on certain occasions, I would notice like, okay, it would probably be in my best interest to adjust the beat grid. And that is when I have a track with a faulty beat grid and I would hit auto loop. If you hit auto loop and your beat grid is not correct, then your loop is not correct. And that definitely messed me up a couple of times during live streams and live performances. Now, Algoriddim Djay Pro 5 has a feature called Fluid Beat Grid. And what this means is that your song will get analyzed when you load it, and the beat grid actually follows the song no matter what happens to the tempo. If you have a track where you have a live drummer or live musicians, let's say an old soul track, the musicians are playing on beat, but the tempo will fluctuate. They're not as tight as a computer, so your tempo will fluctuate. A beat grid will probably not stay and follow that exact tempo. With Fluid Beat Grid, it most definitely will. A bigger one is if you have a song that has an actual tempo transition. I'll show you an example of a track that starts at like 90, 95 and goes up to 140, I think. A normal beat grid might be on point in the beginning, but during that transition and afterwards, it will make no sense anymore. Your beat grid will not be on beat anymore. With Fluid Beat Grid, it'll stay on point
DJ, put your hands down, show me what you got, break it down.
from start during that transition. And at the end tempo. Which is incredible, and that means in my case that I could hit auto loop at any point and the auto loop will actually be correct. So that is super dope. Now there might be more ways that this can be useful, but I will have to do more testing and actually try stuff out. But if you have ideas of how you're going to use this, let me know in the comments. Now the next one is a big one, and it's something that I actually never thought about, and I have to shout out DJ Angelo because he spent a lot of time working with Algoriddim on this feature, and this is called Crossfader Fusion. Now when he explained it to me at first, I was like, okay, sounds interesting, I guess, until I had a chance to experience it, and now I get it. It turns the crossfader into more than just a fader. Now the crossfader can also trigger several different things, including effects, sync, or stems. Now there's a couple of different things you can choose, and I haven't fully experimented with all of them, but there's a couple in there that I really like. One is called the drum swap, and with the drum swap, if you take your crossfader halfway, you will hear the drums of the second track, but the harmony and vocals from the first track. So it's not like a full mashup where you have the beat from one and the vocal from the other, but you're just switching the drums. Now the cool thing is you can also use it to make a transition between tracks that are a totally different tempo. It's gonna switch the tempo. So when you're moving your crossfader, one will come down while the other is coming up. And the end result is on this side of the crossfader, your one track is playing in its original tempo. Once you reach the other side, the other track is playing in its original tempo, but in between, it's mixing them all together, adding effects to the mix. So again, your crossfader is doing multiple actions, triggering multiple actions. So something I'm going to experiment with a lot more, but it does open the door for a lot of creativity. And that is something that hasn't been done with that fader before. So it's something I look forward to experimenting with a lot more. So I really like what Algoriddim did here with version 5 and what they've been doing for the last couple of years. Like I said, they were the first with the Spotify integration. They were the first with stem separation. They keep innovating, and even now with the Fluid Beat Grid and that Crossfader Fusion, those are things I haven't seen before. And I'm not the biggest guy when it comes to bells and whistles. I normally keep it pretty basic when I'm mixing, but this invites me to experiment and try a little bit more. Now, with the added DVS feature that was already there, I'm going to be doing a lot of testing, a lot of playing around. So you'll be seeing a lot more of Algoriddim DJ right here. make sure you go to the Beatport YouTube channel to check out that video right there. And if you like this video, make sure you like the video, share the knowledge. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Check djtlmtv.com for my membership site and merch, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.